next part is very important. They're going to take you.
In a world of big-budget blockbusters, travel back in time to explore the epic and not-so-epic movies of yesteryear. Join Tim, Chris, Dana, and Spaz on their adventures through Nostalgia Land. This is On Second Watch, a movie nostalgia podcast.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Good luck.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of On Second Watch. This is part 2 of Taken, our 2008 English language French action thriller. We have something to address, so Dan's with us.
Hello.
Hi, Spaz.
How are you?
We're fine. We already did this. Don't worry about it.
Good. Just say fantastic and move on.
Skip the small talk.
Boo.
So Dan's back from his birthday shenanigans. He survived the heavy drinking, and he was able to complete the over-under. So I want to run through that. But first, we have the nostalgia score for Taken, even though you've already watched it. Really quickly, if you could give us what you would rate this movie before watching it again, just so I can add it to the list.
I'd give it a 6 before.
6.
Yes,
right.
Thank you, Dan.
No, don't even start with that.
You gave it a 5, so shut up, Carrie. I'm one better than you. What?
I don't think
Dang.
that's how that works.
It's how it works. 6 is higher than 1. I'm better than her by 1.
Yes, 6 is higher than 1.
See, I told you I could do math.
Wow.
It's too early for this already.
Oh, Chris is my best friend. Best friend. Yes.
Oh my God, go go, Tim.
I can't. I'm done.
Ah,
Oh, God, it's good to be back.
no, that makes one of us.
You guys. You missed me, didn't you? Yes, you did.
I did.
All right.
too.
This episode is going to be an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh God.
That's what I bring
All
to
right.
the table. Hello.
And some sweet math skills.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Twizzlers.
That's right. We bought Dan a 5-pound box of Twizzlers for his birthday, and I'm curious how much is left.
Copycat.
Nah, I'm just better than you. That's it. Because you finished yours, and I have a whole bunch.
So, Dan, do you have over under 2.5 pounds?
Oh my God.
No, over. I only had a few so far. I haven't really gotten into it too much.
All right. Well, that's good. It's, that's a lot of carbs.
That's 5 pounds, so that's a lot of.
I'll give you $50 if you eat all of it during this podcast.
Mm.
All right, I'll be right back. Let me go get him.
Oh, no.
I'm
What'd you do?
just kidding. I'm not doing that.
I was just trying to help us. I thought if he was eating Twizzlers, he could talk. I was doing a favor.
Chris, you
Yeah,
love
but
it when I talk.
No,
You understand what you'd be hearing, though.
not
Because
because not if you hit the mute button, Tim.
Not this guy. Anyway, okay. So let's jump into our over under now that Dan's here, and we can see who takes this one home.
Not me.
Well, let's hold on, dude. Let's see how it panned out.
This is how I work, Tim.
You set yourself up for failure, so if you do inevitably win, you're like, oh, all right.
That's the only way I know how to live.
All right, well, prepare to fail.
Appreciate it, buddy.
So, question number 1. How many people does Brian Mills kill? And I asked, was that over or under 30.5? Chris and Dana were under. Spaz and Carrie were over.
I'm wrong.
It is actually over.
Oh, all right. Cool.
I I could not get an actual count. I checked 5 different sources, and they all gave different numbers, but every single one of them was at least 31. So I said 30 is a good point. So
I could have swore it was under when I was watching it today.
Yeah.
I felt the same way, but there's a lot of people that broke it down, so I trust the internet.
I don't.
Yeah.
The internet sucks,
That's a
but
slippery slope.
Dan, take this victory for us. Stop that.
sorry,
I was gonna
I'm
say,
not.
you guys
I'm
should
not.
take
I'm not
that
used to
victory
this,
and run.
Carrie. This is not my thing. Okay.
If you have
I have to fight it.
Again, I just my threshold here is I just need to be better than Dan at this for my own personal self-esteem. It's just bad.
Thanks, Carrie.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, girl.
If you have a complaint, email us at onsecondwatch@outlook.com.
There better not be no complaint. Oh yeah,
I'm talking about you.
I'm gonna rewatch the movie and I'm gonna, because I swear to God, there's not 31 deaths in this movie, but whatever. I'll take
it as a win.
Just can I move on?
No, I'm still angry about this, but whatever. Go ahead, I guess. Go.
Okay. So the next question was, how many distinguishing features does Kimmy yell for Brian to use? And I asked, was that more or less than 3.5? Everybody said over, and everybody is wrong.
Yep.
So we have
She got like 3.
beard. What'd she say? Beard, height, and tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, except she gave very specifics about the tattoo, though.
Yeah.
But that's one distinguishing feature.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The way you wrote that, yes, you win, but she definitely called out more features if you're going to get into particulars.
But I'm not.
That's fine.
House
I-
wins.
I think I already argued you on this anyways.
Yeah, Dana was very angry when we were watching it. It was like, that was more than 3. Like, no, it wasn't. It's like, no.
Hey, Dana, how many agents did Kim
Oh
call
my
out
God,
when she
shut
was
the
getting
fuck up.
kidnapped?
You lost. Eat some shit.
No, I didn't.
You did.
But whatever.
You did lose.
Semantics. Nope.
It's okay. I'm over this. I already argued it with Tim, and I said my piece. I'm done.
See, this time, Chris, you brought it up. Not me.
Well, this horse ain't gonna beat itself.
The people even went against you, Chris, so you should just give up, man.
No.
Okay. Okay. I'm still tearing over the 31 deaths, so that's just me.
That's I kind of can see it now. I guess like in the last bit of the movie between like the mansion scene, the party scene, to the boat scene. That's a huge chunk, and then you hear.
Yeah, but a couple of those people he didn't kill. He just knocked them out.
Maybe he went back and shot him. I don't know. But then you also have the part where like even the one like police officer mentions that, you know, already 7. Did he say he killed 7 or injured 7?
He killed 7.
You know, and that was like 30 minutes of being there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Oh, he's got some good skills. Speaking of skills, let's jump to question 3.
Oh, yeah.
Segway.
Coming at you. How many times does Brian mention his skills? And I asked 2.5. Everybody said under, except for Dana. And it's actually over.
Woo, woo, woo.
In the quote alone, he says it 3 times.
Yeah, I missed the third one.
So it looks like, after 3 questions, Dana, Spaz, and Carrie are tied with 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
And moving on. This is not
Perfect.
getting much better. Do we hear the F-bomb? Yes or no? The answer is no. And Carrie said no. That was it. Everyone said yes. So Carrie is now in the lead.
Oh my gosh, this is such a good moment. I don't want it to end.
I love you.
I hate
oh my
you.
gosh.
You love me.
I hate you.
You love me so much.
I hate.
No, I'm going to convince you to love me.
Nah.
It's going to get really awkward.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So how many times do we hear the phrase "good luck"? And Carrie called me on my bullshit, my little
So
sneaky
sorry.
question.
Mm-hmm.
I asked if it was more or less than 3.5, and it was at least 7. I lost count because he was replaying it in that recording
On the airplane.
5 times. Yeah. So everyone said over. Everyone's right.
Hey, I'm on the board.
But the question is, would you have said over if Carrie didn't bring up the...
Yeah, I remember the recorder part.
Okay, all right. I'll give it to you.
I didn't ruin everything.
No. So now, second to last question, do we hear the Wilhelm scream? Yes or no? Chris and Dana said no. Spaz and Carrie said yes. It was not in this movie.
So weird.
Oh, it's just, it's a very close game right now. So, with the last question coming up, Carrie is in the lead with 3.
Hold on.
Nope. Carrie and Dana are tied. My bad.
Hold on.
3
we
apiece.
just need to say something.
What?
Good luck.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, you can continue.
You'll say that, but I couldn't get you to go, Junior, until, like, the end of the episode. Junior!
And I did it in the best possible way, so...
And Carrie, it took her 4 episodes to do it.
It's true.
Oh, God. Anyway, Carrie and Dana are tied at 3, Spaz has 2, and Chris has 2. So with our last question, how many times is Brian Mills on the phone? And I asked, was it more or less than 10.5? And Chris and Dana and Spaz all said over, with Carrie saying under. It was, in fact, under.
Woo!
I was ticked when we were watching the movie because I kept thinking in my memory about the recorder, mistaking that it wasn't a phone. So that was a good question.
I just
good job,
remember
Carrie,
him
by the
being
way.
on the phone.
Thank you.
That was a really good one.
I could have swore he was on the phone more. Talking to some people, but then he ended up meeting them in person. I was like, oh. Well.
They're just really memorable moments when he's on the phone.
Like the one in the
It
apartment, like when he's nervous, like that's like 5 right there.
Right. Yeah, I counted those 2, and it still came out to 8.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you count the part, like I'm assuming, the part where he's on the walkie-talkie, technically he's going through a phone?
I did count that, yep.
Alright, cool.
And even if I counted the time when he did the little finger phone telling Kimmy to call him, that still wouldn't have been 10.5. So.
Yeah, I asked him if that counted at one point. I'm like, does this count?
I got another question about the F-bombs. He gave the finger. Does that count as a half of an F-bomb?
That's saying
Good luck.
to you. So
Nope. That is a nope. I need to hear an audible F you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I was just kidding, but I thought it was funny.
No, because I watched the unrated version, and he doesn't do anything in there either.
All right. Well, Carrie wins.
Oh my god, This is such a great moment.
Do you have a victory speech or anything you want to say?
I'm so excited. I have literally nothing prepared right now because I thought I was going to be awful again.
I guess we'll just cue the music already.
Yeah.
I wish I could see your face right now because I can only imagine just how happy you actually are.
It's exactly what
that you have.
Yeah.
I'm happy too now.
Congratulations, Carrie.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see if you can keep that when we do Bill and Ted.
Oh my god.
So excited.
I'm so excited.
yeah, probably another 10 times before I actually win again.
That's okay. You never know. Maybe you'll beat Chris when we do Hocus Pocus.
Oh,
I doubt it.
That would be embarrassing.
I'm going to try my damnedest to beat that asshole, but I doubt it.
Hey, who knows? I mean, if I'm trying not to watch it prior to then, I'm just going off memory. My memory sucks, so...
Yeah, I hear you.
That's okay. My questions go off to obscure land, so you never know. You can't prepare for my crap.
No, I can't. I'm waiting for you to be like, how many individual pieces are on each part of the broom that they have in the beginning of the movie? Am I close?
That's a good
Over
question.
or under 20.5, right?
I'm going to write that down right now.
How many buttons are on Sarah Jessica Parker's corset?
Well, you would know that answer, so I'm not going to ask it.
8. The answer is 8. I have no idea. I hope to God it's not 8 because I think it's real creepy, real quick.
How many?
That was so convincing.
Buttons?
Thank you.
All right, noted. Okay, so I have to ask Chris. In our last episode, we were talking about you buying that whole box set. Did you actually get it?
I did not. Afterwards, I was thinking about it. I already owned Taken on Blu-ray, and I want to say that my dad actually has the box set. So if anything, like I'll go to my parents' place and borrow it from them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was really, after thinking about it, I vaguely and to barely remember the sequels, so I feel like I have to do my due diligence and actually watch them again, because I feel like the first one set me up so big, and then the second and third I didn't feel the same way. But that just, I don't know. Now that there's been such a big window between the two or the three, maybe I could actually sit down and watch them and enjoy it. Well,
yeah, because it was quite a few years after the first one, wasn't it? Like 4 years?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
I don't even know. Don't have a clue.
Because it was 2009 for the first one, right?
2008, 2009, yes. Going to the Googles. Or IMDb.
IMDb, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, 2012. So, yeah, 4 years later, and then 2 years for the third one. And then, yes, what is it? What am I looking at here? Oh, God, it's the TV series. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not doing that. Oh. Well, so before we start diving into our new experiences, I have another shout out I want to give, and that is to Greyhaven Anime on Ko-fi. You can see her at kofi.com/greyhavenanime. She is a graphic artist and cosplayer, has some really cool stuff. I'm going to link to all the different sites that she's a part of. She sent me her link tree, which is kind of a quick way of accessing some of her important links and sites, and she's got a ton. So I'll list it out there so everyone can check out her stuff. She's got some great illustrations, some great cosplay, so check her out. She's very fun to talk to, has a great Ko-fi page. I'm going to steal some of her ideas, but she's got some great content out there. So check her out, Greyhaven Anime. She's definitely someone to see on there. She uses that site to the fullest. So big shout out to her. And so some things that I noticed when we were watching this movie, something I'm really sorry about, is at the convenience store that he went to, I think to process some film, there weren't Twizzlers on the counter. There were Red Vines. Sorry, Spaz.
Yeah, I know. I got a little angry, but it's all right. Red Vines are good too. Can't go wrong with either. But Twizzlers are better.
All right.
Yes.
I think that's a consensus here. Unless, I don't know. I didn't ask Carrie. Carrie, are you a Red Vines or a Twizzler?
You guys are going to hate my take on this. I don't eat anything that's like gummy like that, so neither.
I don't like anything gummy, but like I don't touch gummy bears or gummy worms or any of that shit. But like Twizzlers are not gummy.
Yeah, they are.
No. Red Vines
they're like
Red Vines are the gummy or
they're not even like gummy bears and stuff like that. That's a gummy type of candy. I feel like
that same chewy texture.
No, Twizzlers are like a hard.
Because I can't.
Like a
yeah.
I've had Twizzlers.
Are you sure?
Of all things in that category, I would say I like them the most. Like I would totally eat Twizzlers, but they're not my favorite.
Well, I guess since Carrie's birthday is next, we're going to send her a box of Twizzlers, and we're going to find out.
No, I'm not going to send her anything because it's not going to get eaten because it's gummy.
I think Tyler would probably eat the Twizzlers, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, Tyler would totally take them.
There we go. Great. We'll give Tyler.
And you can have the Ryan Gosling signed picture.
Yeah, exactly. Holding a bunny rabbit.
How
about shoelace licorice? Has anyone ever had that before? Like I had that as
I don't
a kid.
mind shoelace licorice, but
it's not bad. It was like in that section where it was like all the bags that were like $1. It was right next to like the circus peanuts, which are just basically packing foam with sugar.
Well, back in the day, they used to sell those at Cracker Barrel, the shoelace.
Yep.
That's where I always found them.
I remember going to just like to like the drugstore, like Rite Aid, or if you're old enough, you remember it being called Perry's.
Oh yeah.
And then CVS, which was what was it? Arbor?
Yes.
Arbor's. Yeah. They always had it. It was like $1, and it was like that, like the section where it was like all the bag candy. They had the little wax bottles of like pop.
Oh, I love those
things like that. I hate those. So gross,
love them.
man. But yeah, the shoelace licorice.
That's the stuff that's like 3 feet long.
Yeah.
It's like it's like they're all like twined together and shoved into the bag. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was right next to the Big League Chew.
Oh, dude. Right. Don't even get me started on Big League Chew. I love it. Love it.
I know.
This episode is really more about our nostalgia for candy, and that is okay.
Yeah. Like I don't know, man. There's so much candy. I mean, I'm not even a big candy person, but now I'm looking back, I was like, that stuff was cool.
I love candy. Candy loves me.
Yeah. They always had the weird. They always had like the weird stuff there too, wasn't there? There was all the candy you couldn't find anywhere else. It was just like in that bag, and it was just like a generalized bag of candy. I just remember one being like candy coated like peanuts or something like that, but they were like spicy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy.
No,
you remember what I'm talking about.
I never got them, but I remember those.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Anyway.
the red dollar candies. Those are my jam.
Red dollar candies. I don't remember those.
That's because I ate them all. You can see them.
Yeah, no, I used to buy those for you on the regular, and then they just disappeared.
Yeah.
What are they?
Yeah, what?
Like, they were shaped like coins, I guess. They're just, I don't know, strawberry, generic red flavor.
Like a taffy, like a hard candy.
No, it's more like a Swedish fish type of thing.
Oh, all right on. Something gummy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chris's favorite.
I don't mind Swedish fish so much. They are pretty chewy though. But okay,
Carrie's turned off.
Yeah.
Carrie laughed.
Yeah.
Carrie's like muted as she's like throwing up. Yeah.
I'm like, if it's not a Reese's peanut butter cup, it can pretty much get out. Is kind of where I stand on.
But
this
there's
issue.
so many other type of candies. What about like gobstoppers?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, I'm okay with hard candies and stuff.
How about like? Okay, wait a second. Carrie, this is gonna make or break our friendship here. How do you feel about Starburst?
Yeah, so first of all, I find it hilarious.
You're stalling.
This is going to make or break our friendship.
Get out.
But I actually like Starburst, and I know that that's a weird thing considering my other argument.
So Starburst has almost the same chewiness, even
I don't
more
chew
so.
on them.
I'm
What,
sorry,
you
what?
suck them until they're small and you swallow? Yeah.
I mean, this is a very uncomfortable
Yeah,
conversation.
I just said that. You do a lot of sucking and then you swallow. Yeah. Huh.
I mean, 6 is greater than 1, so I mean, you might as well share.
6 is...
I like. Okay, so you don't chew. Okay, I'm just like, do you just eat them whole then, wrapper and all, just pop them in like it's like going out of style?
I can confidently say that is not how I eat a Starburst.
No, okay.
She uses a fork and knife.
I'm
Keep popping them like halls, like boom, boom, boom. Just eat them.
I think I'm going to redirect this conversation. And what is your favorite candy, Carrie?
She just said it. Reese's Pieces. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Yeah, but you said amongst other things. So,
oh man, this is a really tough. Again, much
Almond
like
Joys?
everything else,
get out
I'm
here,
enthusiastic about everything. But yeah, I think maybe like Reese's or maybe like Nestle Crunch. I'm definitely a chocolate person.
Oh, okay, so like Almond Joys.
No, Chris. Nobody likes those.
Wait, Carrie,
Yes.
what did Carrie say?
what?
I like Almond Joys.
Oh, you
Yes!
guys are gross.
Almond Joys are amazing.
Thank you.
1, almonds gross. 2, I think coconut gross.
Awesome.
The only good thing about almond joys is chocolate.
How are we even friends?
Because I'm awesome and so are you, obviously.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right now, Tim's being really quiet, but he feels the same way you do,
I think
Spaz.
Tim's just thinking
Because
about all the
me and
candy
Tim are
he's
smart.
eating.
Actually,
You just
sorry.
declared
Sorry.
this is greater than
Sorry,
one.
Tim. I didn't mean. I'm sorry. I disrespected you on that one.
Poor Tim.
I'm thinking about all the editing I have to do after this.
Dude,
Why?
you better
You're
not
not
take
gonna
this
keep
out. We're
like
talking candy. How dare you?
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking out the part where you're talking about Carrie sucking and swallowing.
Dude, that was the best part.
Oh, Daniel.
I ain't gonna make it over here today.
All right, fine. I'll go.
The amount of enthusiasm in his voice when he said that. Like a kid in a candy shop.
Oh, man.
Fine, I'll just flag this as explicit and I'll let it go.
There you go.
Yeah, just tag it and leave it.
I was talking about candy, not other things.
No, we
so
already
glad.
Yeah.
So glad one of my bosses have requested that we review this movie.
You're
Well,
welcome,
you know what?
boss.
You could chunk all this out and we'll have a candy episode. Just cut it all out and then we just have a Candyland episode. I don't know.
Taking candy from a baby.
Ooh.
Then we watch Baby's Day Out and I just promptly hate everybody for the rest of my life.
That was a fantastic movie.
That movie is terrible.
Oh God.
Oh, Chris. You just don't know.
Actually, I don't remember. I think it's been like, 25 years since I've seen it.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Anyways, we should probably just veer back over to
The actual movie.
20.
I mean, yeah, we've been
20 minutes
recording
later.
for almost 30 minutes, and I think we've spent 5 minutes talking about the movie.
This is the extended
Check
edition.
out.
That's okay. So going back to the movie, Carrie, do you remember the second and third at all?
I remember the second one. I don't remember the third one that well. I only saw it the one time.
Do you know if they dive into Brian and Lenore's backstory at all?
Oh gosh. I don't really think no. I think it's pretty shallow on that.
Because Lenore is a bitch.
I thought that too. Oh my gosh.
Like, I get it that, Brian Mills' character is kind of was gone a lot, but every scene that they're in the first 15 minutes, she's just like daggers.
Are you talking about the movie we just watched?
Yeah,
or
Taken.
like the sequels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every time she even as much as looked at him, she was like, I'm going to kill you with my eyes, practically.
She's aggressively angry. And it's funny because later on, if I remember correctly, they got divorced after 5 years because she made reference to, like, she dealt with it for 5 years. And then, I don't know, maybe she's pissed. It sounds like he bounced even more so. He just kept doing his own thing, so he wasn't a big part of their lives until recently. So maybe that's why she's pissed.
But he did make it home every year on her birthday. He did mention that.
Okay,
because
cool.
It got reamed out. But yeah, that was one day out of 365.
I was going to say one, yeah. Right? Cool, you showed up for like one day out of the year. Congrats.
Yeah.
But he was keeping the world safe. I mean, come on. She knew what his job was.
At the end, no matter what, he showed up and was the ultimate dad. So we're just going to go with that. Even though he may have sucked for the rest of the time frame.
I mean,
And I think
I wouldn't mind having Liam Neeson as my dad, man. That'd be awesome. Or Brian Mills.
Dude, if you got abducted and someone talked to your dad, you'd be like, just keep him.
Oh, God. Shit. Absolutely. My dad would be hang up the phone. Good luck.
You want to sell that guy? Good luck.
You're not going to get a 50 cent off his ass, but that's it.
Oh my god.
I think my favorite part is that he was going to work as basically private security after this and thought that was totally fine. It's like, do you not know that how badass this guy is? It's just so weird.
It was very weird.
But it fit the story.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
I got another question. So when he's beating the crap out of Peter in that taxi and he runs away, why the hell did he run up the on-ramp to an expressway?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same.
Yeah, I did.
Like, what was his plan?
I don't think he had a plan. He just didn't want to get his ass kicked anymore.
I like the fact, too, this is not a old, dated movie. It took place in, 2008. But the fact is he does all this, right? And it's in view of, hundreds of different cars, almost causes a pileup. There's accidents and stuff. And he's just kind of like, all right, time to Batman out of here. And it was just flips his collar up on his jacket and disappears. And nobody pursues it except the one guy is like, oh, my boss wanted to arrest you on the fly. I'm thinking, all right, there's got to be multiple jurisdictions here. Or maybe I'm just very wrong. But nobody else was like, who is this random person who just caused a 50-car pileup by driving, up this incorrect way on the expressway?
I mean, you couldn't live stream, you couldn't post to Twitter, and half of our phones had really crappy cameras at that point. So,
they still had cameras, and there's also probably the multitude of security cameras there too.
Well, also you had the police officers that could have been just waiting for him at the button next to the car when he got back too.
It just everything else for the most part was subtle. It wasn't as crazy as that. It was kind of subtle. I mean, obviously shit was crazy, but it was not as just wide out in the open. I just landed. I'm, jacking this car and, I'm going to just cause a massive accident and then just vamoose out of there.
Yeah. Cause we're talking, 2008. This is when when airports are locked down hard.
Yep. Right.
Exactly.
Globally.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. I guess, don't think too much into it, but it's just kind of just weird to see him running up an on-ramp. If I was trying to get away from somebody, it's I'm going to duck into a crowd, maybe, not stick my thumb out on the expressway.
Right. Yeah. They're just, I don't want to poke at this because I really enjoyed it. When I rewatch it, it holds up well. But the more I think about it, there's things where I'm going, what?
But it happens in every action movie. It happened in Con Air. It happened here.
I guess the difference being this movie was kind of tethered more in reality, whereas Con Air was Con Air. Kind of like how when you and I watched Van Damme's Hard Target, I mean, there's some exceptions to the rules where you just assume that shit's going to get crazy. And then when Van Damme got on the motorcycles with the Uzis and balanced on them as he drove down the expressway, I mean,
that was awesome.
This one was kind of, it was fantastic. But I expect that in that movie, because I expect the craziness in Con Air. I don't expect that in this movie. This is grounded a little bit more in reality, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think other than that, I mean,
right.
I think the construction site that was quite the construction site.
Yeah,
it was huge.
Perfectly set up for a death match on in minivans, but
right, yeah.
But this movie I think it was an hour and a half, and I think like we were talking before, it's just literally it's nonstop action. As soon as he's there, it's one thing after another. It does not slow down, so it's gripping. It keeps you at the edge of your seat. One thing leads into another. It's just I don't know. It was fun. It was a very action heavy, in your face kind of movie.
Yeah, I will say what really kind of detracted me a little bit overall. I mean, some of the craziness now that we're thinking about it. As far as like being kind of realistic, I found the mannerisms and like the behavior of Lenore and her new husband just like odd. Like she acts like she's really upset, but it seems really forced, and he's just kind of like, "Oh, this is concerning. We should do something. What can I do?" And it's like, really, like this is how we're gonna behave? Like, I would assume more like Brian being calm and collected. He does this, but she acts like one minute she's just kind of sort of upset, like, "Oh God, my daughter got taken. This is kind of a bummer." Oh, then it's like the waterworks, but it's like it seemed very forced. It was just very hard. Like, I don't know. I had a hard time with like the way they behaved, and it was very unrealistic.
Yeah, I agree with you that their behavior was very unrealistic, but I also feel like their lifestyle was very unrealistic. So
yeah,
I don't know, like the whole idea of all of that was just kind of like, what is going on here? But
yeah, I guess
I felt the same way too. I was a little off put by her reaction, where I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, and then like I don't know. Then her like new husband was just kind of like chilling there, and he's like, "Oh, this is a bummer." I'm like, Jesus, dude. Like, even if you didn't like the kid, you'd be a little bit more, concerned. It's another human being that got, kidnapped. Like, I don't know. It was that really detracted me from it. Like, their behavior was very off and not real.
A lot of hating on Lenore. A lot of hating on Lenore.
And obviously, I like Famke Janssen as an actress. Like, I think she does great. It's very weird. She's super pissed at Brian, like you guys said. And like my assumption, like I said, was maybe because he was never there and she's just very bitter about it. To like the forced waterworks, like she's just, I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah. And then like, I felt like it was interesting, like from what you're saying, where it's like all of this forced stuff. And then she basically just disappears and let him do his own thing and barely even says thank you at the end. I was like, really?
Yeah.
It was confusing. I don't feel like, I don't know, maybe her character was kind of more of an afterthought than anything.
Yeah, or just like super secondary to the fact that it was mainly, about Kimmy and Brian.
Yeah. I think so.
But other than that, there was the action sequences. I thought they did a really good job filming that, especially some of these chase scenes. And the choreography was really well done. Even though they did the whole shaky camera thing for a lot of it, I thought a lot of the fight scenes looked very realistic. A lot of hand-to-hand combat that I didn't think there was that many. I thought it was a lot more gunplay, but there was a lot of hand-to-hand.
I do appreciate like the karate chops to the throat, which happened more than once.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, that kind of made me chuckle a little bit.
It's an effective move.
Apparently, because he just took out guys twice his size with one swift chop to the neck.
Well, if you can't breathe, you can't fight.
Hey, I get it when he rams like the side of a gun into some guy's throat, but there's a couple times where he just kind of karate chops one dude and he's just like down for the count. I'm like, maybe.
Well, what's more effective, a karate chop to the throat or an Indiana Jones punch and knocking two people out with one punch?
Oh, Indiana Jones. It's more badass.
Yeah. He was here longer.
Yeah. Better sound effect.
Oh, definitely. But trust me, if you get hit, punched, or karate chopped in the throat, it's going to shock you, and then that's when the other ass whooping comes into play.
So, Carrie, what was your favorite scene in this movie?
I still do like the time where he's over at the French guy's house and sitting with him and his wife, and it's just like super tense. I kind of really like that scene. I know that's a weird scene, but
no, I was going to ask you first because I had a feeling you were going to say that, and that was actually my favorite scene too because they know what's up, and she's just like, "Oh, your friend's over for dinner," and she's all happy and getting ready for dinner, and she's like, wait, what's going on? And all of a sudden she gets shot in the arm. It's like, oh.
It's a flesh wound. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a great scene.
Yeah, super tense.
Dana, do you have a favorite scene or moment?
No, I don't think I have a particular favorite scene in this movie. And
particular set of skills.
Yeah. Something like that. No, I don't know that I necessarily had a favorite scene, but I don't know. You can skip me for now. It's cool.
Okay, I'll skip you for now. Spaz, how about you? I'm assuming you just watched this today.
I did, yes.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I'd say the construction park scene where he saves the girl and finds out where their headquarters is, I guess. Yeah, that was a good part, just because he saved a lot of, girls that were there, or got them out at least, and they can figure out what to do with themselves later, but that was sweet. And yeah, just that was great. I liked it.
Cool.
Yeah, go away.
Oh boy. So Chris, how about you? Is there something that stood out to you that you may have forgotten about, or something that you really liked about it?
I mean, if we're getting into spoilers here and stuff, so
spoil away. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what we're reviewing the movie, so yeah, spoilers. But the ending, I always thought was pretty intense. The part where he basically kicks into the door and the guy's got his daughter with like the knife to her throat, and he starts kind of like, the guy almost in a way is like bargaining, negotiating, like threatening him, and as he starts going into it, he just puts the bullet right into him, calmly, collectedly, like doesn't even think about it, squeezes it one off, and it's just like, oh shit, that just happened.
Yeah, it was. So I really like that scene because he's just staring him down and no one saying anything. He's waiting for him, the sheik or whatever he was, to say something and catch him off guard, and that's when he took advantage, just knowing that that's when Kimmy was safest, when he was distracted.
Yeah, it's very intense, that scene, because it's like, you don't know if they're going to talk, but he doesn't do a damn thing, and all of a sudden, boom, like just one shot.
Yeah. One thing that did bug me was that when she was in the auction, she was so drugged out of her mind. She was like, stumbling all over, and then in that scene, she's suddenly totally coherent. Like it just totally wore off.
Yes, I do remember that I mentioned that almost immediately.
Yeah.
Because I was really upset about that too. I'm like, wait, wasn't she just drugged out?
I guess it's a little bit more, it heightens the tension when she knows what's going on. If she had, or if that guy had the knife to her throat and she was still staring off into space and just like,
right,
it wouldn't have had the same effect. But yeah, I mean, all around, just that whole scene of him getting on the boat and just taking guys out one by one. It's one thing I did notice. Most of the action sequences and fights, and it was all within very close quarters. They were in buildings, obviously on the ship, in the mansion. It's just all a lot of close quarter combat, which I can appreciate instead of just, I did like the construction site because it was like a chase scene, but so much of the fighting happened just, there's not a lot of wiggle room, just had to make do with your surroundings. And I don't know, I appreciate that choreography that they did for that.
I agree. So I'm gonna say I definitely don't have a particular favorite scene on this movie, but there's a reason why. It's because overall I enjoyed the movie so much. I don't think that I could really pick out something that was that specific. I think I just enjoyed it as a whole.
The sum of the parts made it for you.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to go with, because like every scene you guys are bringing up, I enjoyed something about them, but I still can't come up with something that was definitely like just a specific favorite.
Yeah, but I still love that monologue he has on the phone with that guy.
Oh yeah,
it's probably still one of my favorite monologues.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Everybody knows it. It's so good.
It is. So why don't we jump into our nostalgia score? Carrie, I swear to God, if you say 5, I quit.
It's an enthusiastic 5. There's a difference.
Spaz, since you're joining us for part 2, why don't you
go last?
Why don't you share?
Good.
Nope, you're gonna go first.
I don't want to send it to somebody else. Go away. No, okay.
You gave it a 6 as your nostalgia.
I did, yes.
I'm gonna go for it.
I'll bump it up to 7.5.
That's an aggressive leap.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was an entertaining watch. I recently did watch it before today. I think it was a couple years ago. I think it was on Netflix or something like that. And I was like, I haven't seen this movie since theater, so I'm going to give it a go. And I remembered that, the movie's just entertaining. It's flat out entertaining. And like what you said, Tim, the monologue on the phone, it's a great part. That's probably my favorite scene. I should have said that, but and it's been used or in different ways in other shows and movies since it happened. And if other people are using something from that movie, it's a keeper. It's good. It's the mainstay.
Yeah, Liam Neeson did a Super Bowl ad as Brian Mills. I want to see if I can find it. Yeah, let me see if I can find the.
Yes,
it was like it was a Super Bowl ad for Clash of Clans. Remember, he was.
Yeah, I remember that now. Okay.
God, I want to just. What was this quote that he did in this thing? It was absurd. Nope, it was funny because it was absurd talking about dragons or something. Anyway, forget about it. I just know he did that commercial, just kind of mocking it, and it was a very spoofed monologue, and it's just funny that he did it to himself too. So
yeah, I'm going to look that up when we're done here because I do remember that now when you say Clash of Clans or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was like him, and I think it was also what's her name, Kate Upton, I think.
Oh yeah. Because she was part of it for like 2 or 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just it's a great scene.
Oh, absolutely.
Carrie, why don't you just throw us a 5.5 and get it over with?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny you say that. I was debating 5.5 or 6. I've taken a lot of hate for this 5, but it's I would only rank movies I've seen, right? So like of all the movies I've seen, this had a nostalgia of 5, which is pretty good. I still say that's, you all think 5 is bad. 5 is pretty good. So I don't know. Maybe because of the hatred, I will be peer pressured into saying 6.
No.
Be peer pressured. We're not.
I think 6. I really do like this movie. I think part of why my kind of retrospective was a little jaded is because he was in a bunch of similar movies that came out like right after this. Yes. I don't know if it was just like typecasting because I think his wife had died right before he made this movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it had something to do with like typecasting and something like that for him. But I think I just got jaded by some of those other movies that, there was just so much of the same a little bit. But I really do like this movie. And like I said, if it's on TV and I'm like flipping through the channels, I put this movie on pretty much every time. So yeah, 6.
All right. I will take it.
I just want to say, I hope that you don't feel pressured to give it that. Like I felt pressured to give Big Trouble in Little China a much higher rating than what it deserved.
Dana, if I had been around, I would have had your back. It's okay.
Okay, thank you. I'm just making sure. I just want to make sure you're not like feeling like you have to put that number there.
It deserves a solid 6 for sure.
All right,
because it's greater than 1.
Oh, Chris.
I think Danny's put out his own tutoring with Dan.
I just want it on a shirt. It's like 6 is greater than 1. It's like no shit.
I could have swore I said 6 is greater than 5, but
you didn't.
No. I mean, I get where you were going with it. It's just the words that came out of your mouth were funny.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Well, Dana, how about you? You came in with a 7 for your nostalgia.
So I'm gonna say overall that movie held up really well for me. I still really enjoyed it. I was still captivated by it. In all reality, considering that, I mean, it's already a 10-year-old movie, and I still enjoy it just as much, might actually go up to an 8.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
pretty good.
Yeah, I'd still watch this every single time it's on, and I mean, I just enjoyed it. That being said, I don't think that I will watch the sequels because I am afraid that if I do, I will no longer feel this way.
I know if you watch a third one, you'll feel that.
I don't remember liking the third one. I think the second one I kind of liked, or at least enjoyed enough. But wasn't the third one and like I don't even remember what scenery it was, but it was really weird. So
Who knows?
at that point, I was kind of like, how many times can this happen?
Yeah, no, that started making me angry. It's like, dude, it's happened once, and you're gonna allow it to happen again, and then wait, you're gonna have your remarried wife and kid get captured in the third one. Good, you're just a great dude.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, eh.
Don't spoil it for Chris. He might watch these.
Oh, I'm gonna watch them.
But I mean, for me though, for me, I think I'm gonna just have a better nostalgia score for this one and leave it at that, and not see the other ones.
All right, I'll watch it by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I own all three, so I'll probably watch them too.
I just got to know: is it as bad as I remember? Because it can't be, right? But
I don't remember either. At least for you and I, Tim, I don't remember either of us hating the second one, but we were kind of like, okay, I mean, leave it at that. And then when the third one came out, we were both just like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Oh, like Chris was mentioning in the first episode, it's good. Like the Takener, the Taken did.
Yeah, Taken did. That's the third one. Yeah, Takener's
Exactly
the second.
that.
Taken did is the third.
Takenist.
Takenist.
Superlative.
So, Chris, you gave it a 7.5 out the gate with your nostalgia.
I did, and Dana has taken the wind out of my sails because she apparently copied my notes. And what she said was almost verbatim of what I was going to say in the regards to it being a 12-year-old movie. It held up extremely well, in my opinion. I think maybe it's probably because there wasn't a crazy amount of reliance on technology and so forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of the phones and the cars, like you remove those two aspects.
And the disposable camera that no one's going to know what that is in like 5 years.
Yeah.
That's true, except I just watched a horror movie that had one in there, and that was filmed this year.
Oh, well.
Excuse me. It was one of those retro Polaroid cameras that makes the little tiny instant images.
Yeah. Those are still
the Kodak.
You can still buy those in those hipster stores. So
yeah, that was in it. But there was no disposable camera. Yeah, that did kind of show its age a little bit. No one's using phones to take photographs.
Well, even then, just the disposable cameras, getting it like 1 hour processing. Yeah. That's the way of the dodo.
Yeah. So those aspects, I mean, if you kind of ignore them, the movie overall holds up. So okay, minus the disposable camera, the car models, and the phones, and you could plop it in and be like, yeah, this holds up pretty well. This could be filmed, now, swap some stuff out, and still hold up well.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. It held up really well. I enjoyed it. I watched it right after another movie I watched yesterday. So, and it's challenging for me to do double headers anymore like that. So, and the fact that it kept my interest the whole time. Yeah.
So is that an 8?
Yes, I'm rounding up to an 8.
Rounding up.
An enthusiastic 8.
Don't hate.
Oh, there's no hate. It's just 5's a neutral number out of 10. It's a nothing number. I'm 5ing this. Well, that's like the most neutral position you could have. It's out of 4. It's a 5. It's smack dab in the middle.
Yes.
It's a very. I'm not done beating this dead horse.
Go for it.
Someday I'm going to give a 1, and you're going to be so disappointed.
Carrie, I'm always disappointed.
That's true.
Not in you, just in general.
No, in you probably.
No, mostly Spaz. Let's be honest.
There it is.
Yeah, that's right, buddy.
Love you too, buddy.
I'm not saying those words. That's weird.
You should.
No, you keep saying it to me. You text it to me late at night. It's uncomfortable.
Sorry, man. Well, I'm not sorry. Just it is what it is.
And that's why Chris mutes the text messaging past a certain time because he knows he's going to get some awkward stuff from Dan at 3 in the morning.
Right, exactly.
When you get the drinking and feeling good, you just got to tell people.
You got to text them comfortably at late hours of the night that you love them?
Hell yeah.
You never text me, Dan, and I'm 3 hours behind, so it's not even the middle of the night here.
Yeah, so you can text her at 3 in the morning and it'd be midnight for her. So
right.
Yeah, I have to wait until like 6 to text you that, Carrie.
Spaz has to specifically make sure it's 3 a.m. your time. It has something to do with the unholy trinity. It's mocking. It's like watching the Exorcist movies.
Exactly.
3 a.m.
Exorcism of Emily Rose too much.
Right? Yeah. He's making a mockery of the holy trinity, so he's going to text you at 3 a.m.
Yep. But Carrie, I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
It's a lot of love in this podcast.
Love you, Tim.
Not from me.
So much love.
So Dan will text everybody really inappropriate things at 3 a.m, and I text everybody. I text everybody the podcasting schedule. Like, hey, I got this great idea. And Chris is like, shut the hell up.
That is true.
Yeah.
So what we're really getting, if you're interested in having some late night love text sent to you, please post your number on the on Second Watch Podcast Twitter page, and Spaz will make sure to text next time he's loaded.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Just make sure you don't give your old number to your younger sister.
Oh, yes. Never do that.
And for context,
I totally traumatized your sister on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, let's okay.
God.
So I gave my old phone to my younger sister, who's 10 years younger than me. So she had my old number, and Dan, for some reason, didn't have my updated phone number, even though I changed numbers years before this, and gets drunk and goes on an angry tirade in a voicemail to which my sister listens to, who I think at the time was 12?
Something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe.
And basically scars her for life, and she's crying, gives her phone to my mom. Like, what? I don't know who this is, and they're yelling at me.
Don't leave me alone. And you did something that pissed me off. I didn't have your number. That's probably why. I was angry.
But what if you did have his number and you just used the wrong one? Because that was a thing at that point too.
That could have been it. Yeah. I think
you probably just used the wrong one.
I had the drunk goggles on. I was like, you know what, Tim, I haven't talked to you in a while, and I'm just gonna lay into you with a lot of cussing and other delightful things.
Thanks, buddy.
I had fun. I don't care. I got a laugh out of it.
That's old Spaz. Now Spaz nowadays and texts uncomfortable love messages to you.
No, I still text other I don't know. They're not all lovey-dovey. I can tell you that.
Can't wait to get texted.
Sorry, the text messages are. It's when I call you. The voicemails are always
incoherent. Yes.
Without thought.
It's mostly just heavy
breathing.
breathing.
Go for like 10 to 20 minutes, and I hate talking on the phone. So
he does. So my final rewatch rating. I gave it a 6.5 for my nostalgia, and something that I'm going to bump my score up. And the reason why I'm bumping it up is because this movie comes in at 90 minutes long. It tells a good story that just keeps you on edge, as I mentioned a couple times. And it's just, you see the whole thing play out, and the desperation of him. He never gets to the point where he's about to lose it. He's always in control, even when he's furious. And I mean, that's a badass dad right there.
Yep.
So
yes,
it's very cool just to see what the lengths he would go to save his daughter, and save other people in the process. Even though, maybe a makeshift detox of that girl wasn't the safest route, but he needed his answers. But I'm going to bump mine up to a 7. Really, I did enjoy this film. I think they went through so much in such a short period of time, where I feel some movies that are 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours long, just drag on. This just went right to it. It was captivating, a lot of fun, and something that definitely, if I was, in a bucket of popcorn and ready to go at a movie theater, this is something I would watch. So I'll give it a 7. So with our scores combined, hey, now that we have 5 people, we are Captain Planet, right?
Yeah,
there's 5 people in there, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And Spaz's heart. But
yep.
Our average score is a 7.3.
Nice.
Let's see, going down the list here, which is just a little smidgen of a point less than Clueless.
Wow.
I wasn't on that one. It would have been lower.
I blame Carrie.
No, because if I was here, Clueless would have been higher because that's like one of my favorites from growing up.
No, that would have been higher. I would have given that that's a good movie.
Love that movie.
It is.
So yeah, 7.3 for Taken, which is pretty good. I don't remember what IMDb was. I think it was like a 7.8.
Chris, check it out.
I thought it was lower.
I think it's lower. I think it's in the 6.
I think it's 6.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I looked after I gave you my score just now because I was like, am I going to be the real curmudgeon on this? And then I looked and I was right at it.
Oh, you're pretty
Is
close.
no, it's actually 7.8.
Oh, no, I am the curmudgeon. Okay, well, that's great.
Yep, 7.8 out of 10 with over 550,000 votes.
Well, that's okay. It is our average rewatch brings it up almost a full point better than our nostalgia, which is good. I mean, especially for a movie that we already knew from our nostalgia, it's a good movie, and it still went up. So that speaks to the quality of this film and the fact that it ages well. And I mean, even if it being 12, 11 years old, it's very enjoyable and a lot of good action scenes. I try to find some good notes from the soundtrack, and it's very industrial. Not a lot to pick out of it, but it's you weren't there for the soundtrack. You're there for Liam Neeson and his badassery. So there we are. That's Taken for you. 7.3. We were taken by Taken.
Oh, I knew you were going there as soon as you said it.
I had to. It just had to be said. Someone had to say it.
Yeah.
Get out. No, just kidding. Actually, I said that because of something I'm going to say when we're off. So.
Okay.
You're leaving, Tim.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We're just waiting until we're off the podcast.
He's packed your bags and put them in the car.
Yeah.
It's actually for a movie suggestion, so no.
Oh, okay.
Get out.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. No.
Get smart.
Let's just say it right now, Dana.
Okay.
Go for it.
No, I found out that the other guys officially hits our
10-year requirement.
Yeah, our 10-year requirement, and we have to do it.
I'm so into that. And I also noted that like recently too, because I was watching it and I was like, I wonder how old this is and if this would make it. And yes, we hit it. So I'm right there with you, Dana.
Yes, it literally just hit this 3 days ago, and I am so excited. And even though, Carrie, I know you weren't with us when we saw it, at least I know that myself, Spaz, Tim, and Chris, we all were at the theater together and watching this, so we have to do this movie soon.
I'm a peacock. Let me fly.
It's one of the few Will Ferrell movies I enjoy. So yeah.
Same here.
Not because probably because he's not in the primary role, so that's why it's enjoyable.
Exactly.
So yeah, we're going to add that to our backlog, and we'll take a look at our schedule and see what's coming up. But before that, it's very important that we touch on Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure, because Bill and Ted 3 the date has moved around so much. It's now officially coming out August 28th. So we need to hit Excellent Adventure just to say we did, because this year has been chaotic trying to get movies to come out at the same time, or nostalgia reviews for the prequels to come out when their sequels or whatever is coming out, because the movie theaters are all shut down and everything. So we got to do it. Excellent Adventure is a fantastic film. Dana's never seen it.
What? Nope.
It's going to take a lot of effort to get her to see it. So,
Yep.
Oh,
she didn't like Big Trouble in Little China. Good luck.
Yeah.
This at least has some history to it, right? Anybody?
Yeah.
No.
I'll give it to you.
Ish.
So that's next up is Bill and Ted, and I got 50 entries into nostalgia for that already. So
oh my god,
people are excited for Bill and Ted 3. So we'll see. So anyway, thanks for joining us on this Taken review. Like I said, we were taken by Taken. I had to say it again. Sorry.
Did you?
I did. It's right there in my heart now. I gotta every time I think about it, I gotta say it. So check us out everywhere. Our site is getting updated on the regular www. I don't know why I say that anymore. No one says that anymore. oswpodcast.com. You can play our over-under game. You can rate us. You can support us. All sorts of fun stuff out there. So Thanks for listening,
leave
participating in
Spaz your
our
phone number?
over-under. Yeah.
This is going to be busy during these nights now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's true. I'm okay with this though. At night, I love everyone. During the day, get the
Good luck.
out of my way.
Dang.
It's real aggressive.
Bam. Yeah. And don't forget to send your Ryan Gosling pictures our way.
No.
Ryan Gosling
No.
and bunnies.
Yeah.
Ryan
No.
Gosling and bunnies.
Ryan Gosling and
No.
small woodland creatures. I don't want to have to narrow it all the way down to rabbits. I'm okay with
Yeah.
any type of small woodland creature. That
Yeah.
can be
I
nestled in his
like-
arms.
I like other woodland creatures.
Just not the cutest
I
one.
do not like bunnies.
Because
We had this needs to be said, by the way, too, to go on with this bunny thing, because now this is a thing.
How do
we
you
were
hate
sitting-
bunnies?
I still hate them. We're not even going to get into this.
Oh my god!
But
She's
there was
terrible
two
person.
of them contemplating my death, staring at me while I was eating dinner
They
yesterday,
weren't-
and I'm
they
just
wanted-
saying,
nuzzle you, Dana. They wanted
bunnies.
to nuzzle you.
no, they didn't,
Out of all the, out of
They
all
wanted
the
to bite me.
creatures.
They don't
and make me bleed.
Oh my god!
Pepper-ish.
We had one. My brother had one as a pet for like several years. They're awesome.
Yes.
I had
bunnies
two.
are-
No.
My neighbors had one for like 4 or 5 years.
I had
No.
awesome ones, and they were litter box trained, so I just let them roam around
Yep.
my basement all the time, and they would use the litter box and like hop into bed with me, and they were awesome.
Yeah, I used to watch TV with
Salem.
Salem. Yeah, but yeah, he was litter box trained and stuff too. He'd run around the basement. The only time he'd get in trouble is if he'd get pissed. He'd tear off the basement wasn't finished. He'd tear off like the drywall and
Yep.
stare at you and throw it at
Yep.
the ground. Then he'd hide underneath the fridge.
Same thing.
Oh, that rabbit was awesome, Chris.
He bit through so many of my like power cords for like my Game Boy.
Ooh.
So it's like having children.
You should not have. You should have paid more attention to
Yes.
him, Chris.
I'm hoping your kids aren't chewing on your power cord.
Yeah, right. You let him hide underneath the fridge too and eat drywall. kind of household you got going on over there?
We're surviving, okay? Give us a break.
Where's the kids? Under the fridge.
Eating drywall.
Yeah, eating drywall, hiding under the fridge.
At least the drywall's not painted. Give us a break.
Afterwards, we're gonna eat some power cords. Oh shit!
I'm just imagining the scene from Christmas Vacation with like the cat under the
yes.
chair. That's
Yes.
exactly it.
That's awesome. What a good movie that is.
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, so for anyone that's still listening, if Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is your thing, make sure to hit us up on Twitter and Facebook because there's so much nostalgia I got to pine through. This is your chance. And this is the last movie we have before our giveaway. So if you want to see more about that giveaway, go to oswpodcast.com/giveaway. We have $450 worth of stuff that we're giving away, and we'll be live at the end of August. So join at least me for a live stream, and we'll give all that stuff away and talk movies. Yeah, I can't wait. So thanks a lot for tuning in, for Taken Part 2. And I think, Chris, you'll watch Taken 2 and 3. I probably will. Dana won't. And Spaz will. So
I'll get it at some point, yeah, and borrow it.
But yeah, Bill and Ted up next, and then we'll find a way to get the other guys in there because that is,
Please.
quite frankly, the best Will Ferrell movie of all time.
Yes.
So that's,
This is a requirement.
Yes. Dana doesn't come out here and say she needs to watch something very, very often. So if she's that hard up, just we have to watch it, then we'll make time.
Thank you.
Happy wifey. Happy
Just like
wifey.
when we make time for Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah. Everybody. Yeah.
Can't wait for that one
Thank you
either.
so much for that.
Priorities,
Right. We got to balance the scales a little bit.
right?
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Was waiting for it. Besides,
out.
You had to build up to it. Is that why I heard like the Friday the 13th like you were like revving up like here I come. Revs out.
Yeah, buddy. Peace out, bitches.
it's like a bull digging his hooves into the sand, getting ready to charge.
I guess so. Yeah.
Spaz out. Peace.